So, I mean, we all know Whirling Death is incredible against strength heroes. I can't imagine it's going to be too bad versus Universal as well.
No, definitely not. I mean, you are against two Universal heroes as well, though, right? So they're going to be pumping in a lot of damage going back your way regardless. And again, it's a Bat Rider.
Shining skewed under the tower, it looks like, from Lonfer. They're going to be able to get normal end as well. Ranfu will die, but Lonfer should be able to chase him down. Shockwave back up, but feels like he doesn't have the damage. In fact, normal end, he's posturing pretty aggressive, but still with the magic missile being a bit longer of a cooldown level 1, he won't be able to get the mag as well.
This is the thing, though, against, you know, it's... Mag's a universal hero, but he's still like that same beefy, strengthy style. Looks like they might be able to get away. Doesn't have the highest armor to be able to start the game with. Same sort of thing with the Skywrath mage. He's obviously in a lot worse of a position. It's normal end. Is he going to be able to get another use out of that wave of terror off? Trying to get the deny.
Oh. No. Very, very close there.
Echoes has blinked.
Making Echoes have a very difficult time, so he's only had to go 1 point in the Shadow Strike. Wants that little bit of catch up in the Scream, some extra nuke, but means that with all the rotations they had to mid, it's going to slow down your side lanes.
Getting skewed back up top.
End. And there's some danger. Lonfer might just go for the good old right clicks and we'll be able to kill him off. Echoes is starting to move on over though, but he should be able to get Ranfu. I don't know if they get Lonfer. In fact, he might be in a lot of trouble with the tower aggro. Even got the neutrals not working to his favor as well. But
you've only got the 1 point in the blink, so just really needing to be on point with where you're positioning that as well. Such a long cooldown at level 1, and yeah, the Viper Strike, it's approaching.
And meanwhile, you've left the Void Spirit alone down bottom, so...
Ranfu down might be in a bit of trouble, though.
And it looks like he will be. So finally,
but, I mean,
I get another kill that will be returned.
Though. I really don't think that the Viper cares about that. Like, he's pretty happy with the overall outcome there. Just being able to get that solo XP, at least it's Echoes that ends up getting that kill. And bottom lane, is Timber going to be okay, or is he actually going to be able to get the kill here? Looks like they will.
All right.
Things are going really well.
Yeah, they've still got the catapult wave down bot. So I don't think there's much the Bat Rider is going to be able to kill. It's actually top lane, though. RP using the Skewer under the tower. Shining's going to go for the straight TP out. Oh, okay. Small KK had the read that if he kept getting the damage in, wasn't going to tick inside the base, so wants to try and quickly use the haste to connect to mid, because Aaron will get dived now with multiple heroes showing top. Echo still in some danger. Nicely done from Aaron. Just gets that telekinesis off at the last second on his dying breath, and that's going to enable them to get the kill into Echo, so a great return for able to catch up to.
I mean, Bat Rider's good at being able to do that, but I'm not sure Vange has the same sort of success possibilities. I mean, even the Quap to some extent, right? At least until you get into that Aghanim Scepter, probably going to have a pretty hard time of just being able to secure some of those waves. The swap back from the... actually, was that Vange swapping? I guess it was. I thought it was a Rubik swap. Just putting him on the wrong side. That doesn't help.
No, it does not at all.
So props have to be given over to Shining, right? He sees that Gloves of Haste. He pivots away from the Helm of the Dominator.
And they're doing a decent chunk of damage onto him, bro. It's going to keep him inside the Firefly as well. And finally, something will go the way of the last arc. But Dire's starting to put a lot more attention at top. The rotations that come through the rift.
On the lane.
This is not a very good Roche lineup. Matimba's going to have to use a lot of his resources. They'll get a glimpse of the Viper pathing down to bottom. They've got the lasso up in a couple seconds as well, but he jumps beforehand, so it's going to give them time to react. Both supports start to swing on over. Rubik puts himself in a compromised position. He will end up going down.
But I mean, Raw being used onto the Rubik is a pretty big deal. Very well worth the buyback too.
Jump over the right, quick silence, but the Manta's going to be able to perch it off. Now with the lasso as well, they get the mag. And now the Timber's in trouble as well. Look at the damage that Radiant finally pumping out is Erica. A triple for the Void Spirit. Going to look over to Small KK as well.
He's going to die too.
Pretty survivable, but as soon as everyone gets on top of him, they're going to get the swap back on Ranfil as well. Erica, he deserves the rampage and he'll find it. What a fight. One is all they needed. The timing was there. The perfect sequence of it.
Providing a ton of vision with his Hawks. and it just becomes very hard just purely off the back of this Batrider and the Beastmaster on their own.
What do they
They're
want?
actually going to find Small KK.
Instant swap back into the Remnant Lasso as well for good measure. The
Nice
stolen swap. No way it's enough. Erica still jumps over the top to help them secure a double kill for the boys on Last Dark, and the momentum is really starting to build for Radiant.
I give it some respect over to Aaron, saying, you know what, nice attempt. You nearly ended up saving your mid laner, but I mean, this is the thing, right? You're playing with a Rubik and a Skywrath mage. You do not push waves out as well as like a support Batrider does. So I just feel like they're not playing this one super correctly. I mean, Skywrath during all of that engagement was mid, slowly pumping out level 1 arcane bolts into a creep wave. That's not going to be able to deal with it when Batrider can just drop the Firefly, take a lane creeps, take a couple of neutral camps at the exact same time.
This is your carry Magnus team. Any boys?
And he's going on a guy with the Aegis.
No, boys. Danog.
They're all dead.
They are indeed. What is going on? What? All right.
That's chill. That's what that is.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say any words because I'm kind of speechless.
There's no issues with my rank, all right? I don't want to hear it. Top lane. Using an early point in the calling, just again, you see that movement speed already having the impact, but Aenid really doesn't want to just go into those remnants right now. They pop the blood grenade, they're probably going to get the kill.
Okay, apparently Ranfu's here too, so Salazar yoinks it, but that is more than okay. Also just reminded me as well with the Moeta Clockwork combo, so 2 heroes, so maybe they're going to consider about this mid fight now. I mean, even Erica wants to show up.
Yeah, for sure. Not having that global SARS is a really big deal. They've got that siege creep to be able to play around with. No hook shot though, but he does see where the Morphling is positioning himself. I hear an RP.
And it's just onto Ranfu. Solo RP out of Shining. Let's...
Again, they have the difficulty in...
Ooh, Echoes. Actually, jumping over the top. Small KK in a lot of trouble. Now with a dive into the middle as well with a Supernova directly on their heads. And no one is going to be able to address it. Really nice team fight coming out from the Last Dark, and now if they won, they should be able to go back and finally get this tower. They've...
What's up?
He's going pipe, sorry. That was intrigued me.
Maybe they feel really strong about Erica's farm at this point of the game. Feeling like all he needs is just to be able to reliably stand there and man fight. Doesn't want to have to go Blink Dagger early.
Hookshot in. The run to the Rubik. Global Silence again. But really used to no avail. They're not going to get much out of it. Clockwork's putting himself on the front line to enable the callers to start the spell cast. Doom pump faking the ultimate, finally sees an angle, but it's on the Mortar, who's already used a Pierce to the Veil. So the spell casting from Radiant really letting them down in the second game. So they're starting to come back though. Instant jump. Pops the Pierce to the Veil, and he's still got Aegis for another 15 seconds. Global Sun's going to come out as well. I mean, with the backline, Small KK's trying to deal with some of the supports, but the Egg's still going to get layered down. It'll make it a bit awkward for them to take the fight. RP's going to cover the Egg. It will be blown up, but they have to put all their attention to deal with the Phoenix, so it means Erica can just freely get the damage out inside this engagement. A 3-for-1, and it continues to favor...
They're just positioning themselves quite well, putting the Aegis carrier closest as possible towards this Doom. He's going to need to get that perfect blink stop.
Oh, smoke pops, and he will. Gets the jump along with the Global Silence. So much commitment for just the Phoenix. They're going to be able to break him down, but doesn't result in a turnaround as now with the RP connects onto the Morphling. The skewer onto 3, it's perfect. Shining finds the opening, and that enables Erica to stand strong and get all the damage out they need to come out on cover, but that is now a big tool they won't have in the arsenal for this final defense. Sonic Wave pushed away. Shining tries to find the opening. Unable to do so, doesn't drag anyone back. Hook is dry. Still though, Small KK once again playing a fine line of being too far. Or Echoes, can he find the Rubik though? Blink away, gets stolen. Meme over the right side though. Lonfer tries to commit. A BKB is going to give him some protection for the moment. Shining's ready with the RP though. Finds the jump in. Supernova as well in combination. That'll be all she wrote. There's no buyback on the Morph. The Gs get dropped. It looks like Dire will be able to take our first series of the night in 2-0 fashion.
This was a lot more of the team that we were expecting to see, right? Not having as much difficulty this time around, except for the first 15 or so minutes in that game.